Before we start to apply the product, let's look at the important information on the bag. Down the side of the bag, you will find a use-by date. Make sure the plaster is within its use-by date. This information is printed on all bags of Thistle plaster. Before applying Thistle Universal OneCoat, it is important to check that the background is suitable for the plaster by referring to the latest British Gypsum technical information and that any background preparation has taken place. As part of the background preparation, all 2-coat plaster angle beads should be fixed in position using a Thistle Gypsum plaster, in this case Thistle Universal OneCoat. Once applied and lined in, the angle beads should be left to set before the application of the Thistle Universal OneCoat begins. Before you begin spraying undercoat plasters, cover any windows, doorways and openings, holding the cover in place with masking tape. Alternatively, another person can hold a piece of plywood or board in place as the spray application progresses. Before any Thistle Universal OneCoat is added to your chosen spray machine, please consult the manufacturer's instructions for guidance on settings on water, pipes and pump sizes. The spray machine should be set up in a well-ventilated area, with the correct PPE being used by operatives. Now we have the correct settings for Thistle Universal OneCoat, we can prepare the spray machine to start spraying. Generally, for all spray plaster machines, you will need to prime the chamber with some water before adding any powder, as shown here on the machine we are using. Add the Thistle Universal OneCoat as per the machine manufacturer's guidance, and then you are ready to start running the machine for consistency checks. As the mixed Thistle Universal OneCoat starts to come through the machine, you can adjust the water settings further depending on the consistency required. Once the required consistency has been reached, you should stop the machine. Before you attach the mortar pipe, make sure you run some water through it to stop material gathering or building up on the wall of the pipe. Once it has been primed, attach the mortar pipe to the machine. Run material through the mortar pipe, spraying it into a bucket. Once all the water is out of the pipe and you have fresh material coming through, you are ready to approach the wall. When spraying Thistle Universal OneCoat, apply using a ribbon pattern horizontally onto the background. Once the required thickness of Thistle Universal OneCoat has been applied, the wall can be ruled off with a derby, serrated straight edge or feather edge. Any low or hollow spots that have been missed during the spraying process can be filled. Once the wall is level, a spatula should be used to close and flatten the surface of the Thistle Universal OneCoat. When the applied Thistle Universal OneCoat begins to tighten and firm, it is ready to be sponged using a sponge float. The sponge float is rubbed over the surface of the Thistle Universal OneCoat using circular motions to bring the fat to the surface, ready for a finishing trowel. Once the sponging process is complete, the Thistle Universal OneCoat should be left until stiffened. Then a final trowel using a spatula, stainless steel trowel or speed skim should take place to leave a flat, seamless finish. There you have it, Thistle Universal OneCoat, a plastered wall finished in no time.